What's up, everyone? What is up, my future entrepreneurs, my creativity machines, my bubbling over with building something amazing? So, listen, I've been reading your guys' discussion posts, and by the way, I want you guys to know I go in there and I read. I don't want you guys thinking I have you guys, like I'm just sitting around, swirling a glass of wine or having an espresso or something, being like, I wonder what I could have them talk about to keep them busy. You know, I really think about things that to post as far as articles and thoughts and pieces and conversations, because I want to get the juices flowing. I want you guys to really think about things in a different way. I want to challenge you in a good way to think about things. I want you to build camaraderie and draw upon each other, as classmates and stuff. So I say all this to say, I'm actually going to somewhere with this. I do read your posts. I don't get in the mix and respond because I don't want to break the flow or inject some of me in the wonderful culture you're building. But please know I do read your responses. And actually what I'm going to start doing is from now moving forward, when I start grading your discussion posts, I'm going to provide, the feedback as part of the grade just for you personally. Because I think that does two things. I think one, it lets you know that what you have to say is important to me, that I'm reading it and then I'm responding to it without injecting myself in your discussion. Because again, I'm trying to build this wonderful culture community, which you guys are doing a great job of. So I say all this to say, the reason why I'm having this conversation is some of y'all, based on what I've read, individual emails, some of y'all, sorry, I got a little, I got the split screen here. I got a little, off track here. Some of y'all are getting, I want y'all to relax a little bit. I appreciate that you want to do an amazing job. And for a number of you, as I read in the post, this is like the biggest paper you've ever written. And, we're not even done yet. You still got another, 8 to 12 pages to go. So that being said, I want you guys to enjoy this. Yes, there should be a healthy amount of anxiety, not unhealthy anxiety, right? That causes you to just go within yourself and do nothing. But there should be a healthy amount of anxiety that produces this adrenaline rush that you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm terrified and excited at the same time. That's what entrepreneurship is about. You're terrified and excited at the same time. Terrified in a good way, not like in a bad way, like, a bear's chasing you or something, but terrified in a good way. Relax, y'all. Enjoy the conversations with each other. Enjoy what it is that you're building. When I started my, I'm not picking my nose. I got stuck inside my own head for a second. I want to see which way I wanted to go with this. Before I became an author, and I had my first book published, and before I became a syndicated columnist, let me take a step back. I'm sorry. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but that's kind of the entrepreneurs are. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I know that long video was long, the first one, but I think it was important. So here's how I got started. Now we're just having a conversation. I got my espresso here. So a long time ago, I did what most people did, right? I worked. I based my net worth off of my income from my job and stuff like that. And something happened to me. Where I got laid off. This is a number of years ago. I got laid off, right? And so I got laid off, and it was like hugely traumatic on a whole bunch of levels, because number one, you don't realize, some of us, how much pride we have until something humbling like this happens. So I got laid off. So one, it was a hit to my ego and pride, and actually went through a journey of appreciating humility and realizing how prideful I was. Secondly, it really caused me to rethink some things. So, and plus I had a kid. I was a single dad at the time, right? So a lot of stuff went on, but I'll tell you, it it was a very trying experience. And it was during a time where I thought, like, no problem, I'll just get another job, you know, easy, gravy, whatever. Well, it wasn't so easy. And I went for a very long time without a full-time steady job. And it was at that point that I really was able to reflect and learn a lot of things. And one of the things that I learned was, on a practical level, never put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. And I mean, have multiple revenue streams. Don't look at your job or your full-time employment as your sole income. You have to have multiple revenue streams, whether that's you're starting a business while you're working, you know, you're working full-time while you're working to get your business up, you know, have multiple revenue streams, you know, you're publishing books, you're investing in the stock market, you're doing real estate. My point is, what I'm saying to you is, learn to have multiple revenue streams. The other thing I learned is how to take risks and how to be patient. You know, one thing I learned during the financial crisis of, was it 2008? Was it that long ago? Dang. It created so many more entrepreneurs. Why? Because so many people no longer had the fear of what they were afraid of, which was afraid to step out and take risks. But when they got laid off and their unemployment ran out, they kind of had no choice but to come up with something to be able to bring some income in. So you saw a lot of entrepreneurs that actually became entrepreneurs and became very successful, not by choice, but because of that forced choice, so to speak, if that's kind of an oxymoron, forced choice, but because of that situation, that fear was removed for them. And I also learned that a lot of times fear, and this isn't something I came up with, I read about it one time and it stuck with me. Somebody said fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And I don't know if I discussed it with you in a previous sort of video with this class, because I've used it multiple times because it's so applicable. But a lot of times the things we're really afraid of is just false evidence appearing real. They're not real fears. Now, within the realm of reason, I mean, don't go out there and do something stupid. I'm talking about within the realm of reason, as far as certain fears and anxieties and things we have, are just, they're not real. They're false evidence appearing real. So I say this to say, I'm like, you know what? One of the things that I was passionate about and that I always wanted to do, but never thought about, oh, well, let me do it and try to make money off it, you know, until that sort of quote unquote security blanket, which isn't really a security blanket, was pulled out, was writing. But you know, I wrote 4 to 5 days a week every day for 3 years until I finally got picked up and I actually started getting paid for writing and syndicated. So I say this to say I went 3 years, but it's something that, because 1, I was passionate about, 2, I was interested in, and 3, I was good at. You got to have all those things and pursue those things, pursue those dreams that you're passionate and interested and good at. Or else I wouldn't have made it 3 years. But I say all this to say, and then I started my other business, my life coaching business. But that took a while. It took a while. But my point is, enjoy the journey and enjoy what you learn. So I say all this to say, y'all have a good time. Enjoy this. It should be terrifying in a good way, where you're like, wow, I'm terrified in a good way, which means I'm really onto something, that as I continue to make this work, not if it works, when it works, I'm going to continue to hang in there, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I want you guys to just chill a little. Some of y'all chill a little bit. I don't mean chill and be like, dude, I don't mean I don't have to do anything. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, part of entrepreneurship is taking risks, right? Part of entrepreneurship is, the biggest way we learn a lot of times is through mistakes we make. Look, I'm not sitting there when I get your papers being like, let's see, is everything filled out right? Oh, do they have the proper alignment? Dude, no. I want to see if I can feel what it is that you're creating. I'm going to be like, now you still have to obviously meet the requirements, but I'm not looking at every little nitpicky thing. I want you guys to enjoy this. This is exciting. I want you to be like, wow, that which I always dreamed of, or that which I started about dreaming of, but I didn't realize that I had the dream to begin with. That belief that I had in myself or in what I wanted to do that up until now I didn't have, or maybe I didn't have it in the way I have it now. This is my opportunity to turn that dream, that idea into action and create something amazing. So enjoy the journey of the experience, y'all. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. I'm not looking at like, look, I don't grade to fail. I grade to succeed. I'm there to help position you guys to be successful. Don't worry about it. Every little thing has to be perfect. It never is. A lot of times, like right now with being an entrepreneur, especially starting your own business, you are literally building the plane while you are flying it. That's what you're doing, and that's part of being an entrepreneur. So you're figuring things out as you go along. So please be excited. Yeah, it's overwhelming, but it should be overwhelming in a good way. It's terrifying, but it should be terrifying in a good way. Enjoy the journey and be excited about what it is you're going to create. So anyway, I just want to send this little pep talk video out to you guys. Just to sort of, just make you feel good about it. I know a lot of you do, which is awesome because I'm reading the post. A lot of you are like, I'm a little scared, but I'm excited. That's an awesome combination to have, the right kind of scared. And just to follow up with the discussion posts, I do read them. And I know for some of you, and I'm sorry, some of you I owe you some grades, and I apologize for that. So for those of you who I do owe some grades to, I'm so sorry about that. I'm gonna get caught up on those gradings. And then for the rest of you and everybody moving forward, like I said, I'm reading your discussion posts. I'm enjoying what you have to say, not only in the discussion posts, but in the assignments, the reflection assignments. And I'll start providing that feedback in your window. So moving forward, look at when you get the grades, I'll have like a little tiny bit of a feedback for you there. That's all. Continue being awesome. I'll catch you later.